Joining us now is the CEO of American Le Mans, Scott Atherton. Also with us, Jason Harper of Bloomberg News, who covers cars for us. Gentlemen, thanks, both of you, so much for joining us. Scott, especially you. I'm going to go watch this race tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited. Lay it out for us. What's the deal?
Well, the American Le Mans Series can be summed up as a mirror image of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. So you have 4 different classes of cars out there. You've got multiple manufacturers, number of different tire companies, different fuels being used. It is, you could be described as, rush hour on the 405 or trying to get across the GW Bridge here at 200 miles an hour.
Here we're looking at a car that looks like what I think of as a Le Mans car.
These are serious cars. Actually, what I think is so exciting about this series is you have these total race cars that are open wheel that you would find in like an F1, and then you find Porsche GT3s and Corvettes that you can basically go out and buy.
Regular cars, kind of.
And they're all it's a melee, right? They're all out there at the same time.
The series features, what you see right there was a prototype, the Aston Martin, the muscle milk car that's on the screen right now. That's an LMP1, Le Mans Prototype 1. That is truly the cutting edge of automotive technology. The manufacturers who are involved there, Audi, Peugeot, Aston Martin, they're developing technologies under the skin of those cars that will be applied to the road car. Then you have the production-based GT cars, Corvettes, BMWs, Ferraris, Porsches, all mixing it up together.
I have to give a special shout out to Aston Martin and Muscle Milk, because the founder of Muscle Milk, Greg Pickett, was kind enough to let me drive an Aston Martin over the weekend. We actually had some video of me driving around the courtyard. I drove it around this morning on the highway. Incredible.
This is a Vantage S, right?
It's a Vantage S. It's the new V8. There you see me sliding into it. Cobalt blue. It's gorgeous. But the story of the guy who's racing the team, it was interesting to me and Jason, because you can do well financially and then race at Le Mans, right?
It's truly the destination. I would say
the gentleman racer.
The gentleman
is
racer,
still alive.
Very accomplished, very experienced gentleman racer can do it, and Greg Pickett is a perfect example of that. He's been racing for decades. One of the most successful businessmen I know. Muscle Milk is on fire, as you're aware.
I love it.
Yeah, it's working, and he is one of the accomplished racers in our paddock.
So it's this idea you can go out with famous racers there's no other world in competition. It's like going out and playing the NBA essentially. Only in this world does this actually happen.
We have Ed Brown, who's the president and CEO of Tequila Patron, that's also very actively involved. Same situation there. He's an accomplished, doesn't do it full time as a professional, but he's very good at what he does.
Or hopefully drink before he gets behind the wheel.
Never. But they're our first ever presenting sponsor. They're doing a great job, I think, on both sides of the equation there.
And this weekend it's at Lime Rock, which is a famous old track. And I've driven the track, and it's a hairy track. There's not a lot of room to get around. And how many cars will be actually on the track at one time?
We've got 32 cars on the grid, 4 different classes that are racing. So you have 4 different individual races going on, and then, of course, the overall. And it's chaos.
It's a fast track.
Very fast. It's the shortest track we race on, and the speed difference between the top-level prototypes and the GT cars could be as much as 60, 70 miles an hour. So by racing standards, that's huge.
How is the series doing? Because I know racing is a huge cash cow, especially for guys who own these tracks in America, but obviously we've been through a tough time economically.
Remarkably well. We came through the darkest hours of the recession there with the auto industry really taking it on the nose, as everyone's familiar. However, during that time, we added manufacturers. BMW, Aston Martin came in. We added Tequila Patron, Muscle Milk. We've added some high-profile, non-endemic sponsors. Right now, we have the largest car counts we've ever had in the history of the series, and I think we're going from strength to strength.
All right,
and you're going to see it.
I'm going to see it. I'm really excited to see it. They're qualifying today, racing tomorrow. Scott, thanks so much for joining us.
Appreciate
Jason,
it.
Pleasure as always. Hopefully you can help me drive this Aston out of the courtyard, because I can't do it very well.